Good afternoon, YouTube. My name is Sin on Twitch, and today we have a lot of breaking down to do for the new Destiny 2 Beyond Light Europa trailer. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Sin. I stream weekdays on twitch.tv/SinOnTwitch_. And we usually have a good time. We chill, we talk all things Destiny, we talk all things MMO, and all things RPG. If you guys like the content that I am putting out there for you, please, it helps if you leave a like down below, you leave a comment, tell me everything that you're excited for with Beyond Light, and come hang out with us. I have a Discord, I have a Sherpa clan. Anything you need done in Destiny 2 on PC, we can help you with. We can get you in there and have a good time. So if you haven't seen the trailer, I'm going to roll the trailer and then we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about some predictions and some spinfoil theories on what's coming in Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Let's go.
What have you seen out there? Look beyond the frozen wasteland. Europa is a place of many mysteries. Do not lose your way. We all come to this moon looking for answers. What do you hope to find here?
Europa has been home to darkness for some time now. Its history could be the key to our fight. Help me unlock it. The deepest secrets of Europa are now within our grasp.
So you are all probably wondering, what the hell was that? Well, welcome to Europa. This will be the destination for Beyond Light. We all knew that ever since the June 9th reveal, and we have a lot to unpack in this 1 minute and 48 second trailer. First and foremost, the trailer opens up. We have the beyond landscape of Europa, shrouded in mystery with no really clear idea as to why we are going there.
What have you
And first thing I notice is this almost darkness-esque altar. And it looks almost like there's a tomb of some sort down here. And in the background, as you can see, this is unlike anything we have ever seen in Destiny before. If I had to spinfoil theorize, I would say that this is some kind of darkness, fortress, looming in the background, shrouded by ice, absolutely just full of mystery, and I think that's pretty cool. I think we got a lot of really ancient secrets that are going to be on Europa, and we're going to be exploring more than just what the Fallen are doing there or what the Vex are doing there, and it's all going to tie together into this greater mystery, this greater design of, what is the darkness, what is the Traveler, what are we as Guardians, and that excites the hell out of me, honestly. So first thing to note is all of the darkness architecture that is apparently on Europa that was kind of left out a little bit in the original reveal, kind of leading us to believe that, the Fallen are there. The Fallen are our primary target. The Fallen are doing all of this. And it could be, and I'm not confirming, but it could mean that later on in this year, or later on maybe even in the raid, we might have our first contact with some type of new enemy species, which would be really, really freaking cool. Up next, we have more darkness, almost like a pillar, similar to the Arrival events we had this season. And that has me kind of interested. Like, what are they doing there? Why are they popping up like this? What's the darkness trying to show us? What are they trying to get across to us? We got a new sparrow down here, which looks pretty neat, and it looks like we're going to get to explore this extra, like, these like ice flats leading up to the pyramid that we see in the trailers. We have an old Clovis Bray excavation facility here, it looks like, old colony, and, we just have Aramis's Fallen hanging out there. This is an interesting freeze frame as well. If you look very closely, very, very, very closely, this might even be the inside of that fortress we saw at the beginning, but if you look very closely, you can see the architecture is very reminiscent of what we've seen in the Moon Pyramid. And these Vex have like these like tendrils coming out of the back of them, almost like the Gorgons from Destiny 1 Vault of Glass. These Vex look a little bit different than any kind of Vex we've ever seen before, and it looks like they're doing some kind of terraforming down here. I'm not quite sure what that's all about, but that has me kind of intrigued. We have what looks to be a Guardian here on a platform that looks like a flipped over pyramid. We have something that looks almost Vex-ish in the back here, so that's interesting. We got more Clovis Bray facilities, and for the big reveal, Varix is back. And for those who don't know who Varix is an NPC that was from Destiny 1 who arrived in the House of Wolves DLC at the end of Destiny 1's first year. He was kind of aligned with the Reef and Marasov, and he was the warden of the Prison of Elders. As warden of Prison of Elders, when the prison break occurred in Destiny 2 Forsaken, which ultimately led to Rest in Peace, Cade's demise, Varix and Aramis mysteriously disappeared. Now, for the longest time, it was unknown whether or not Varix was still alive or dead, or whether he was an ally or enemy, and it looks like we have confirmation, finally, that Varix is actually some kind of shaky ally with us still. He has something he wants to show us on Europa, as well as the Stranger and Eris and the Drifter, and looks like we'll be interacting with Varix for the first time in years. So that's really neat. That's really cool to see him back. We just have more freeze frames in the bottom here. You can see there's a like darkness type of structure, very similar to what we've seen on the moon. This was a cool freeze frame. It looks like there's almost like a snowy tundra mechanic where, unless you're like, if you're not using this site specifically on these weapons, that you can't see the enemies hiding in there. And, it looks like we've got some Vex here, and it's just kind of showing us that little mechanic that's almost like a thermal scanner, which is pretty neat. We have more Fallen, some shots of what may be the Clovis Bray Exoscience Center. We have this really long, like, catwalk overlooking this huge city that's just covered in ice, and it just looks ancient and destroyed, and this was the Clovis Bray colony, it would appear. We have this obelisk is, I guess, according to Bungie's update on the website, where we will be going to in search of our new powers. Now, what these are doing on Europa is still a mystery, and I feel like that is going to be a major plot point when the story beats release. This looks like it could be some kind of general of Aramis's, some kind of fallen captain. You can see it has her insignia painted on his helmet. And, so just new enemies. And, they beg the question, what lies under the ice? Big mystery. I'm assuming it's probably pyramid-esque, darkness-esque structures, which is very unique. All of this is very, very unique. We've never seen this kind of architecture except recently on the moon, when we discovered the moon pyramid. Now it's found that it's all stuck under the ice of Europa, which is really neat. Clovis Bray facility, it looks almost like an exo assembly line. Got a lot of that going on. Uncover the truth. You know, we got more shots of what I believe might be Deepstone Crypt, the Clovis Bray Exoscience facility. A lot of open areas in this trailer, showing off just how awesome the art team and the environmental design team did building Europa for all of these years. You know, we just have more freeze frames, more shots. I wanted to go over this screenshot, and it looks like we almost have like an exo over here that looks very similar to Ada-1, in the same kind of test tube assembly line as a Vex. So I don't know, might be some kind of greater mystery in there that we don't quite know about yet. We don't quite understand yet. And looks like some kind of jumping puzzle leading to some kind of Vex pylon that we need to free open. Typical Vex style, Vex-esque technology, things that we've kind of seen before. We got some tightrope running, which is really neat. A lot of the environment in here looks like either vertical. There's a lot of verticality to it, a lot of jumping, and a lot of flying through different areas, and it looks so wide open and so decrepit and so just ancient that it can't. The person inside of me that loves like Indiana Jones and loves that kind of stuff, like tomb raiding and stuff like that. This is like Raiders of the Lost Beyond light. You know, take down the Dark Empire, and if that's what they're calling Aramis's Fallen, then whew, I'm in for it. I am in for it. You know, in here we just have more Vex. It's showing more Fallen. It's showing the Fallen using stasis against us, which we already knew was going to happen. We have just an over the head shot of a new little area here. That if you see, you know, it's a lot of jumping, a lot of verticality. You know, we got new sparrows, new weapons. We got an ice tank, apparently. And this right here, this bad boy right here looks like an LMG. Possibly a new exotic LMG? We'll have to see, I suppose. Lots of Vex.
Within our grasp.
The Stranger with the Splinter of Darkness, which is how we are going to be getting our stasis abilities, supposedly. New Fallen Walker, or new Fallen, like, Insurrection Prime-esque enemy unit that is branded with Aramis's symbol. You know, we got a lot of cool stuff there, and this right here is the crowning what of this trailer, guys. If you take a look at this harpy looking thing, it straight up dives. This thing straight up dives at you. It's a whole new Vex unit type. It might be a strike boss, might be something we see in the open world. That will be yet to be seen, but it does look like that this trailer has confirmed we are getting new Vex units. We are getting new Fallen units. We might, spinfoil theory, we might even be getting a whole new enemy race after the raid is over. I've harped on this theory for a long time, and I heavily believe and I heavily feel like Aramis and her Fallen are just a scapegoat in the same way that Aldrin and the Barons were for Forsaken. I feel like the raid is going to open up an entirely new area that Bungie is working really hard to keep under wraps. I don't know that for a fact. I am just speaking from spinfoil theory that we are building towards first contact with something greater than what we have faced so far. And guys, that is all I really have for today. Destiny 2 Beyond Light, November 10th. It just, Forsaken and Shadowkeep just went live on Xbox Game Pass, so if you guys are interested in that, be sure to go subscribe to Xbox Game Pass and you'll be able to play all of the Destiny 2 content from the beginning of the game up until where we are at now for free with Xbox Game Pass. Please, please, by all means, guys, if you like this video, you like the rants that I go on, be sure to hit the like button, be sure to hit the subscribe button. All of that helps me out, all of that helps support the channel, and be sure to stop by sometime and stream. I appreciate you guys for hanging out this long, and I won't keep your time any longer. Thank you all, and have a great day. Sin out.